For this year's middle school production, we have two separate performances we're doing. The first one is Snow White and the Seven Suspects for the 5th and 6th grade. The second is Everland for the 7th and 8th grade. They're both fractured fairy tales in which we take different characters from a variety of fairy tales and bring them all together for a fun plot. The reason we chose to write plays this year is just to showcase the talent of my students. They're funny, they're creative, they are fantastic writers. Shout out to those English teachers. I'm really proud of the work they've done. It's far better than any script we could have paid royalties for, so thank you guys. My absolute favorite thing about this year's middle school play is all the talented middle schoolers we have in all the fabulous roles my high schoolers have created for them. Furthermore, I am super excited to see my high schoolers take on leadership roles and just direct, take on the technical challenges of the shows, and overall create a successful environment for our middle school students.
My favorite thing about helping with the play is getting to know all the middle schoolers and being able to bond with them.
My favorite thing about helping with the play is being able to teach all these middle schoolers about theater and the stage and just really help develop them as actors.
My part with helping with the middle school play is that I am the director of the 7th and 8th grade play called Everland.
My job within the middle school play is I am the director of the 5th and 6th graders, so I'm working with them and making sure that their production is the best that it can be. The process with writing the script is basically we just kind of all combined our brains in our 6th-hour advanced theater class. We kind of just pulled together some ideas, and then in about a week we had our first script written, which was really exciting.
Our biggest challenge so far is writing the production and having a recast.
So far, my biggest challenge with this production is that all of our kids are just so talented, and I didn't have a ton of places to put all these super talented kids, so it was kind of making those roles for them and really finding the best places to put people. What I'd like to say to all my middle schoolers is that I'm so proud of you guys. You guys put in a lot of hard work every single week, and I can't wait to see what you put on stage.
I'd like to congratulate my middle school students on all their hard work. It's really paying off, and I can't wait to see you guys perform in front of an audience. Break a leg.
Cut. Ready.
Rhonda has been at Fairgrove for 10 years. She does so much for the school, including working upwards of 10 hours every single day. We are so thankful for you, Rhonda.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because she is so kind to all of the students, and she is always very helpful if you need something. Even if she doesn't know you very well, she is always willing to help.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because she is so loving, so kind, just a very caring person. I can talk to her about anything, and she's always there to help.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because I can go to her whenever I need to talk to her, and I just feel a good relationship with her.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because, as this message shows, she is the nexus in the heart of the high school that keeps everything rolling. One of the busiest people around here. And that's the high school one, right? Yeah, Rhonda. Yeah, Rhonda. I'm very thankful for her. She's great.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because she's always there for me whenever I need help.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because she is always there for me. She gives the best advice. And I know whenever I need a break, her office is a safe space, so I can just go in there and talk to her about whatever I need to talk to her about.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Rhonda, mostly because anytime we walk into school, she's always welcoming us with a smile on her face. And anytime me and Logan hang out, she always supplies the best snacks.
I'm thankful for Rhonda because she's always looking out for us seniors. She's like a second mom to me.
Hey Rhonda, you're awesome. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We appreciate it.
Fairgrove High School hosts many events throughout the year, but here are some that are coming up. On January 29th, Drury University is giving the Fairgrove community a chance to come watch their girls basketball team at Overflow the O. On February 4th, don't forget to bring your smile to school because it's Club Picture Day. February 5th from 3 to 6 p.m. in the Middle School Commons, the Fairgrove Music Boosters Club will be having their paddle party. Entry is free, but paddles are $3 each, or 4 for $10. If you bring a friend, you get a paddle. Come join us for food, fun, vendors, and a chance to win prizes ranging from local food to tickets to amusement parks around the state. Also on February 5th, starting at 5 p.m., the Fairgrove Athletics Booster Club will be hosting a cornhole tournament and a chili cook-off located in the high school gym. The entry fee is $50. The winners of the tournament will win a prize pack worth $500 and a booster club donation to the athletic program of their choice. Make sure to come out and participate in upcoming events.
On January 22nd, our own school speech and debate team had a tournament at our own school. Ms. Holland is the main teacher, but this time the students were in charge of the tournament. Cooper Zumwalt, the head of speech and debate, has a few words to say.
So during the tournament, we just basically walked around the school and made sure that all the school's entries were taken care of. We also took care of any of the scoring that happened in the tap room, and we just made sure that the tournament ran smoothly. So during the tournament, my expectations just was for everybody to be helpful. We just wanted everybody that's involved in the tournament staff to go around and make sure that everything's being taken care of and that everyone's doing their jobs.
Alex Bates, the second in command in the tournament, also has a few words to say about his experience.
So this tournament was our first one back after having to be virtual for a while, so this one had a lot of hiccups and issues along the way due to the fact we haven't been able to have one of these tournaments in a while. So there were obviously problems that we had to deal with and other things like other corona-related issues with schools not being able to come, but we were able to work out all of the problems and have a pretty smooth tournament like most years normally. I was the judge chair for this tournament, which means I had to be in charge of all the judges who were coming to judge all of the competitors, so I organized making sure they could get here and help them learn how to judge and give them their ballots and everything when they got here to the actual building.
As said before, the students were leading this tournament. We have a student, Matthew Cockcroft, a senior this year, and has been a competitor for 6 years.
My favorite thing was during lunchtime, we had a 2-hour lunchtime. So, that was great. I did mainly keeping everybody safe and like keeping things running. So what I did was walk the halls, making sure everything was okay, people weren't lost.
Ms. Holland, the theater and speech and debate teacher, has a few things to say about her experience on January 22nd.
Our expectations for the tournament were to be able to host an in-person tournament where students from the area could come, attend, and be able to compete against live competitors in front of live judges, and it worked out and we were very happy with that. We had a lot of different schools coming from all over the area: Nevada, Willard, Reed Spring, Webb City. It was a great competition. I really enjoyed hosting it. I'm so glad that our students got to see in action how a tournament works.
So what I expected, I thought it was going to be chaotic, but I thought it was still going to run good, but all in all it ran really good, it went good. It might have been a little chaotic at times, but I thought it went good. So during the tournament, what I basically did was I sat in the chair and checked in judges all day and made sure they had the right stuff to go judge the certain event they were going to judge. And I also helped like set up and clean up and stuff like that.
District band is the higher level of concert band performance, just like you have district for sporting events. It's the same idea for band. Kids from all over the South Central Missouri District audition to be placed into one concert band. Students would want to take part in district band if they want to challenge themselves to perform at a higher level than what our bands are potentially performing at. I decided to take students to district band because they wanted to audition and it's good for them to push themselves and have another way to perform with groups beyond our own.
What made me want to do district band was it's my last year at Fairgrove and I really wanted to push myself, and I'm taking the hardest classes that I can that could fit into my schedule, and I decided that if I want to keep music in my life I should have the district band on my resume, because that's what most colleges look for. If you don't do anything solo or ensemble related or something that includes honor band, they usually don't accept you. So I decided that I'd be doing district this year. So what I do to prepare for districts is for the auditions I would often run through scales for about 30 minutes, and then I would do my etudes, which are excerpts of music that often challenge your capability of a musician or as a musician, and helps you practice technique. And then I would usually do those for about an hour. And now that I'm no longer auditioning, I'm practicing for district band, and I usually do all of my music within one practice, which is usually an hour and a half. And I take a metronome and I play the hardest parts of that music with a metronome.
So I wanted to be part of district band. I did not make it my sophomore year, so that was really upsetting. And then when I did make it my junior year, we didn't have it because of COVID. So this year I finally get to actually play and be a part of it, so that's really exciting. My favorite thing about band is playing with everyone and just the sense of community and the group that we have. My favorite thing about district band is probably that I get to play with like really skilled players who are practicing all the time and putting in all this effort, so that's exciting. Honestly, preparing for districts is really difficult because you don't have anyone else to prepare with, it's just yourself. So I use the pieces and I get on a metronome and I just play them over and over and try to figure out on my own. But we're supposed to have rehearsal days, so that got canceled. But hopefully, when we actually have the performance, we'll get to rehearse all day and it'll all work out.
So last year I ran the 4x4 and the 4x1 in the open 100, but it changes a little bit every year. But this year I'm hoping to do the 4x2, the 4x1, and then still the open 100. I think we're going to do pretty well this year, but we did get to go to state last year, so I don't know if we'll get quite that far because we did lose quite a bit of people in like long distance and throwing, and we lost a few seniors, but I still think we'll do pretty well with like sprints and relays. So for off season, we have been working on things like our hip flexibility and preventing shin splints. So Martin has just given us a whole bunch of different exercises we can do so that we can be as fast as possible and to try to not have any injuries.
Our season has been going pretty good. We've had some good wins, and I think we're going to do pretty good the rest of the season. The rest of the season, we want to improve on our defense and communicating on the court. Our goals for the season are to become district champs and have a winning record.
The environment at the basketball games is way more chaotic than football. You're a lot closer to the team, a lot louder in the basketball court, and one of my favorite memories for Pep Club, I tend to bring newspapers to all the games for like whenever they're announcing players and such. My favorite all time is when Andy made that 3-pointer right at the end of the game and the entire Pep Club went wild. You know, we got on the court, we could have gotten in some pretty big trouble for that, but that was my favorite memory.
My favorite part of cheer camp is getting to spend it with the girls and getting to see all the excitement they bring. It always makes my day a little better getting to see how excited they get to work with us.
My favorite part about cheer camp is being a leader for the girls and just having fun. Hopefully one day they become a future Eagle. My final year doing junior cheer camp makes me sad. When I was in elementary, I did junior cheer camp and it was so much fun. I wanted to be a cheerleader and looked up how I looked up to them. To help the girls prepare for the performance, we have an entire week where we teach them the material and we go over it every day. Then on the last day, we go over how it would be at the game.
I think the season's going good right now, and I think we have a great shot to win districts. The main personal goal for me is winning the district championship as a team. The biggest difference between this year and last year is we have a new coach, and it makes the practices a little bit different, and it makes the way we play a little bit different.